Hello, this is Retreat Briefing in Monday, March 13th, and today's topic is Bitcoin's long correction. Altcoins era is coming. So, since Bitcoin even touched 64.5k in weekend, so comparing to the record high recently, it dropped almost $99,000. So maybe it's a signal for altcoins bull market will soon come. So when the Bitcoin's price stables at somewhere, and with the rise of Ethereum, the altcoins era will start, but I'm not sure it's happening right now. So let's find out what happened during the weekend, and later what should we do in this week with Goya Premium chart. So this is a dominance chart in 1 p.m. in South Korea. So the Bitcoin's dominance is increasing and Ethereum and altcoins dominance is decreasing, and the Tether dominance increased. So now Bitcoin seems like it is trying to recover the price by rebounding. So people are taking profits from Ethereum and altcoins and gathering to Bitcoin or waiting for the fluctuation to over. So the US Tether increased due to that. So altcoins pumping will start when Bitcoin and Ethereum moves in opposite way, which especially when Ethereum increases and the proper altcoins pumping era will come. And this is a Goya Dominance 1 chart from Saturday 3 p.m. to 1 p.m. today. So during the weekend, overall market experienced another correction, and you can notice that by the dominance. So the lowest point in about 4 p.m. in yesterday, you can notice that it went almost to minus 40 points. So now it is having a rebound, and the dominance went straight up to 11.9 points. But you have to keep in mind that this 11 point is not a big number inciting a bull market. So I always told you that the Goya Dominance 1's number means, so between minus 20 to 20 is a sideways number. So if the points is between that, the overall market is moving in sideways. But over 0 points is saying that there are more cryptos that had an increase rather than falling. So it doesn't mean that the correction is finished. So keep in mind that another correction could come. So I suggest you to follow Goya signal when trading. So this is a liquidation heat map for last 24 hours. Bitcoin liquidated long positions by making a correction, and Ethereum liquidated short positions, but this is not an actual opposite moving, which I told you from the beginning. So because you can, as you see the liquidation amount here for 24 hours rect, long positions liquidation is $166 million, and short positions liquidation is $125 million. So there's not a huge difference between them. So this heat map just shows that relatively liquidated more short positions or long positions, something like that. So when I see the Goya Premium chart later, you can notice that they actually moved in quite a similar direction. So think of this as a overall correction. I think that's beneficial for understanding the market for weekend. And now this is a liquidation heat map for last 4 hours. So I told you that 4 hours in 1 p.m. in South Korea. So overall market is having a correction right now and is liquidating a long positions a lot. So those who expected a rebound are having a hard time in last 4 hours. So you can see the proportion here comparing to $35 million to $10 million. It's almost 3 0.5 times more. And this is a long article without picture, but the main idea is just written on this title. So this week we have a U.S. interest rate released by FOMC. So whether it changes or not, actually the interest rate, this big economic indicators announcement makes a volatility to both stock market and crypto market. So this article is that Bitcoin bounced back to 67K from weekend lowest 64.5K before FOMC announcement, so amid pre-FOMC. So, however, recent US economic data indicated persistent inflation, so it leads to a higher interest rates. Then this will be a bad news, since the higher the interest rate goes up, a volatile asset like cryptocurrencies will be unfavored by the investors. So, in addition to down this paragraph, meme coins are getting power again. So you can see here Shiba Inu increased 10.8%. So what is it? Dog with hat, WIF, up 30%. And Corgi, that short-legged dog, Corgi AI, up 8.5%. And also Solana is showing a good move right now. So the meme coins are getting power. Also Solana showing a good performance recently. So I'll move quickly with this presentation and look at Solana in later with premium chart. And now this article is about Elon Musk, well known for crypto traders with Dogecoin instead of Tesla's owner. So he made a statement about digital assets again, and he made a similar tweet when he expressed something about Dogecoin. So the tweet contained the same expression when he previously used about Dogecoin. So a lot of cryptocurrency fans are making happy insights with Ripple and Dogecoin again. So the overall cryptos news are all covered with these altcoins and something like that without instead of Bitcoin. So maybe the era of Bitcoin will soon stop and the altcoins era might be coming. And this is a liquidation heat map for Bitcoin in past 3 days since it's Monday. So starting in Saturday 1 p.m. No, it's Friday, sorry. So starting from Friday 1 p.m., the price was fluctuating like this. And about Saturday 1 a.m., Bitcoin started to make a big movement upwards, so over 70K. So it liquidated those short positions up here who were expecting more correction. And then fell again, so now it's fluctuating. But during the Saturday morning to yesterday, so Sunday afternoon, the price decreased consistently, so it liquidated a lot of long positions down here who were expecting a Bitcoin to rebound back up. And now it made a rebound again starting from about 5 p.m. yesterday. The price went back up. So it started to liquidate those short positions who were waiting for Bitcoin to go down more. And then now it's moving near this area. So it's moving near 68K. So by only looking at this heat map, you can see that short positions are a lot over 70K. So I wish Bitcoin to put the price back up in order to liquidate those and then do something. So it's only expected with this heat map. So, and similar to Bitcoin, and Ethereum also had an up and down movement around the Saturday 1 a.m. So these thick long positions were liquidated with this downward movements and some short positions, and then rise back up, and then having a continuous decrease all the way to Sunday about dinner time, and then it rebounded back up. Now it's moving near the 3.6K. So according to this heat map, the Ethereum will possibly move between 3.5K to all the way up here 3.85K. So just think of that the Ethereum will possibly move between here. And now this is a RSI heat map in 4 hours candles. So compared to last Friday, most cryptos had a significant fall. You can notice by just looking at it. So you can notice that we had a bearish market in the weekend. So those at the bottom here might have a rebound back up if the price is down significantly. And those at the up here, for example, Solana, which I mentioned, it showed a good performance recently, might start to have a correction if the price has risen enough. So always keep that in mind. Now let's move on to Goya Premium chart from now. So this is for BTC. Let me just refresh the site once. You can see that Goya dominance increased more, so the overall crypto market is having a rebound from this big correction made in weekend. So you can notice that our blue line, which is an expectation of our scores, is keep increasing, so it's almost pointing to 70K. So, and the actual price is rising back up again. So now we have an L signal here. So if you press the SR, this 69K and 69.5K is acting as a resist line. So if the Bitcoin succeeds to break through these two resistance, it will possibly go up, not all the way up to 73K, I think. So I personally think near 70K in order to liquidate those short positions waiting up here. So if the Bitcoin prices rebound back up, the topic which I chose with the altcoins era will take some time more. So, but if you look at this Bollinger Band right here, it is touching it is almost similar to the resist line here. So first we have to see the candle breaks through it or not. So now the RSI candle changed into L signal, so we have to wait for another signal to come or not in order to decide how the Bitcoin will move. And for Ethereum right now, so during the weekend, made a consistent drop, and so starting from here, which is yesterday's 5 p.m., with an L signal and LB, which changed the trend, and another L1 signal. So it broke through the Goya line, and now it's starting to move upwards, but with an S and SB signal, it went back down again. But as you've seen in Bitcoin, the price is starting to recover right now, so it's moving near 3.6K. So if another L signal appears, so over the Goya line, and it will probably try to liquidate those up there, which I told you in the presentation, 3.585K. So similar to Bitcoin, if it breaks through this point, where is it? It's 7 a.m. this morning, so today, if it breaks through this $3,682, it will probably challenge to liquidate those short positions near all the way up to here, so about this half line. So think of possibility to reach this place, which is Saturday's 4 a.m., which had a big decrease this time. So think of this line as a resist line, and I think probably Ethereum will go up in order to liquidate those short positions. And Ripple. Also, the score is pointing upwards, so now Ripple seems like doing well. So nice. If you look at here, so starting from Saturday, it went and dropped with S signal and additional SB signal here. So it moved just under the Goya line. And with an LB and L signal here, it broke through the Goya line, and we got an L2, but it didn't last long, and additional S and SB with an Goya signal. S came, so it dropped back down all the way to here, which is 0.6. But now it's trying to rebound with an L and L2 signals. So the candle is 0.62, and the trading view is almost near there. So if we have an additional long signals and breaks through this part, the price would probably go up more, but you can notice that it is getting resisted by this line. So if it breaks through here and even through here, then it will try to reach back up where the score is pointing. So score is pointing about 0.64, where is it, 6 or 7? So maybe touching this line is possible for today. So keep an eye on it's Saturdays somewhere. So keep that in mind when you trade Ripple. And Ripple will definitely rise after when the crypto markets gets bigger and bigger. So use Ripple as a long-term investment for your portfolio. And I suggest you to gather some Ripple amount when the price goes pressed like that. And Dogecoin now is having a big increase in the score chart, so the actual price is moving upwards right now. So just similar to this, in Saturday made a big drop here and trying to get back up with L and L2 signal, but got a slight pressed with an SNSB signal, so it went down to the Goya line, but now it's moving up and down near the Goya line. And if we have additional long signals appearing here, maybe the price will go back, recover, but think of this 0.159 as a resist line, which is today early 2 a.m. today's highest point, but the price falling was too extreme, so I think it's very difficult to expect. So maybe it's moving in sideways, I personally think. So keep that in mind. The basic trading which we recommend you to do, so near the Goya line, so over the Goya line, something like that. Since the candle is moving upwards, I suggest you to wait until another signal comes or not. So if you are trying a short position in futures trade, wait until the candlestick comes down the Goya line or not. But the score is quite positive, so I suggest you to wait a little bit for the long signal to come. And Solana, which is having a consistent increase from here. So it is over $200 right now. And still there is an L signal remaining here. So the Goya line is acting as a support line for the Solana. So I think it will take some time for Solana to come down, but as the score chart is expecting a correction from now, I suggest you guys to pay attention for the correction. But about this place where the price is over $205, there was a score here in yesterday, so it might reach up to $205 and then start to begin a correction. So Solana is in a complicated positions to get in, so I suggest you to wait until it comes down near the 1% of Goya line, and then think about them with an additional signals to trade. So thank you for listening to briefing today as well, and I hope you guys to have a safe trading with Goya signals, and thank you.